it is very different.
I was only on one facelift then.
And where are we at now?
4.
Hola, Ling.
I did that Dr. Diamond buckle fat removal thing here, and I like it.
You need to make me look natural. I want just a little bit of definition, and it just got bigger and bigger, and I sort of got addicted to the lip filler.
So I just want all the ladies out there to know, do not get silicone shots.
Have a daughter, too. I would be heartbroken if she wanted to get her body done at 19.
It's like a little doll. It's like a broken doll, like a baby doll.
Thank you.
Yeah.
In February this year, when Megan Fox partied after the Super Bowl, people didn't recognize her. She was spotted with her fiance Machine Gun Kelly alongside Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. The four of them took a photo, but again, Megan did not look like herself. She was rocking an edgy look, but her face itself was different and people online noticed it too. On Twitter, one person said that Megan's doctor should be arrested on assault charges, and another added any more lip plump and she will float away. More people said that her new look was a glow down and that they were worried for her. Then, about a month later, Megan was on the Call Her Daddy podcast, and on it she addressed the plastic surgery rumors and every procedure she's had done in her entire life. She said she got her breasts done when she was 21 or 22 and then had them redone after breastfeeding her kids. I got them done in between the first and second Transformers, she said. Now Megan got them done as a young woman, and later on she had kids, and breastfeeding then ruined them and forced the star to have to hide her chest and herself from the public until they were fixed. Except they didn't get fixed. According to her, the second time she got her breasts done, the implants were actually too large, and her body fat couldn't hide the edges of the implants. They showed through her skin. Now it required a third procedure to take the implants out for a pair a size down. She also added that she had her nose done in her 20s, and she also had one procedure that she's not willing to share publicly. There's one thing I had done that I'm gatekeeping, she said. She also added, I've never had a facelift of any kind, so no mid-facelift, no lateral brow lift, although I would like one. She continued on saying, I've never had any fat removed, I'm a very lean person that doesn't have enough body fat or fat in my face, so I'll only ever put fat in. She also added that she's never had liposuction or body contouring before, but some people still don't believe her. Regardless, she looks very different than people have usually seen her. Chrissy Teigen has also been a topic of conversation when it comes to botched plastic surgery. Chrissy revealed in September 2021 that she underwent fat removal from her cheeks, known as buccal fat removal, which was all the craze with the celebrities. I did that Dr. Diamond buccal fat removal thing here, she posted on her Instagram story, pointing out her newly sculpted cheek area. And since I quit drinking, I'm really seeing the results and I like it, she said. But in June 2023, Chrissy shared a screenshot via her Instagram stories of a social media user who alleged that her face looked puffy due to face filler. Have you seen Chrissy Teigen's new face? The user wrote at the top of the video. This post is not out of mean intentions, it's merely here to discuss overfill and its possible consequences. Chrissy Teigen's new face. Look at how your face could become if you're doing it wrong. There's too much reliance on hyaluronic gel filters and not enough focus on building foundations, skin structure, and support. This can result in a puffy and bloated effect. Now in response, the model clapped back by writing over the screenshot, no mean intentions, question mark, question mark, question mark, but saying this could be your face if you do it wrong, you're a piece of shh, I gained weight. But fans are still convinced that she's done something else to her face, and honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. At the 2024 Grammys, Miley Cyrus shocked fans with her new appearance. It appeared that she got buccal fat surgery and brand new veneers that don't really fit her mouth. A fan posted on Reddit about this to see if other people noticed the changes too, and they did. We need to imprison whatever plastic surgeon pioneered buccal fat removal, one person wrote. Another added, I can't tell if it's the buccal fat removal or the giant veneers that make her look so off these days, a second added. Now someone else added, she had a nose job for years, but yes, she's wearing contour on top of that. fat. Honestly, with the buccal fat removal and the new veneers on top of her nose job, she's really working to complete her transformation into Tish, her mother. Now this is just so sad because Miley is so beautiful, but a lot of people think she's ruined her looks, including me, and it's honestly such a shame. Now, of course, we have to talk about the queen of plastic surgery, Kylie Jenner. Kylie is infamous for lip fillers she got as a teen that inspired her lipstick line. She lied about the fillers and then came clean, but it's hard to know what the truth is with her looks nowadays. Now, at the beginning of the year when she was on red carpets, fans were calling her out for looking old. Kylie was only 26 years old, but fans said she looked way older for her age. One person commented, "We're seeing in real time what long-term filler usage does as you age," and you know what? I honestly think they're right. There's so much we don't know about the beauty industry, and I don't think putting chemicals into your face is a good thing. Now, literally everyone on the internet was making fun of her for this, and she saw the comments. Kylie then addressed this in an episode of The Kardashians, as she sat down with her sister Kendall and broke down in tears when talking about the comments. She went on to talk specifically about Paris Fashion Week, and she said that for the first time, she decided she was not going to wear a lot of makeup while attending shows, which still prompted critics to attack her looks. "I'm wearing too much makeup and it's like you're wearing too much makeup, then I go and I don't wear a lot of makeup and someone catches me in a weird light," she complained. She later said that she wasn't upset about this particular story, but that she was tired of hearing this her entire life growing up in the spotlight. Later on, she added, "I went on a journey last year dissolving half my lip filler. I hate even having this conversation over and over and over again. It feels like a waste of my breath because I think with me, it's never going to change." While there were some people who called out people online for being mean, others said they didn't feel bad for the star, as she and her family have been pushing unrealistic beauty standards on women for the past decade. And finally, there's Simon Cowell. Simon's looks have changed a lot throughout the years, and people have been calling him out. His face is just so sunken in, and his teeth, or should I say veneers, are way too white. It's honestly scary. Now, in 2022, Simon told The Sun, "There was a stage where I might have gone a bit too far with fillers. I saw a picture of me from before the other day and didn't recognize it as me first of all. Eric, my son, was in hysterics. Enough was enough. There's no filler in my face at all now. Zero." But then, shortly after this interview, he was unrecognizable again because he got fillers again, and he looks even worse. Now, I'm not sure if he will ever stop doing this, because if he didn't stop before, I don't think he will now, and he's just too far gone. Meg Ryan is back in the spotlight in Hollywood, but she looks extremely different than people remember her. Great to see Meg Ryan back with her bread and butter, but Lord, I wish she didn't mess with her face, wrote someone on Twitter. Another user added, "I'm not going to have anything done to my face. I'm afraid of ending up looking like a trout. All the women in Hollywood do. They all start to look the same at a certain point. Poor Meg Ryan, for instance. She was so cute." Now, Meg has never admitted to getting work done, but plastic surgeons are positive that she's had work done, and it was botched. "She's a mess," said celebrity facial plastic surgeon Dr. Sam Risk. "I think she had a bad facelift in the wrong directions, sideways instead of vertical," he said. Now, other people think that she got her cheeks filled. Now, Meg once addressed the speculation by saying, "There are more important conversations than how women look and how they are aging," she told Porter magazine in 2015 in an article that has since been removed. "I love my age, I love my life right now, I love the person I've become, the one I've evolved into," she said. Starting off, we have Linda Evangelista. Linda Evangelista is a Canadian fashion model who is regarded as one of the most accomplished and influential models of all time. Now, unfortunately, Linda had a horrible experience that left her so botched she hadn't been seen in public for 5 years. Now, on September 23, 2021, she came out of hiding and she explained what happened. Linda revealed that she underwent cool sculpting, which she said left her unrecognizable, as it allegedly caused fat cells in her face to multiply. She explained it in an Instagram post saying, "To my followers who have wondered why I have not been working while my peers' careers have been thriving, the reason is that I was brutally disfigured by a procedure which did the opposite of what it promised. Now she said that the procedure's rare but serious side effect not only destroyed her livelihood, but it had sent her into a cycle of deep depression, profound sadness, and the lowest depths of self-loathing. Thankfully though, she's gained some of her confidence back and has continued modeling, but I can't even imagine going through something like that. Then there's Cardi B. Cardi B took to Instagram in late 2022 to share her plastic surgery regrets, telling fans that they should stay away from enhancing their features. In August, I got surgery and removed 95% of my bioplombers. If you don't know what that is, it's butt shots. It was a really crazy process, she detailed. All I'm going to say is that if you are young, if you're 19, 20, 21, and sometimes you're too skinny and you'll be like, OMG, I don't have enough fat to put in my butt, so you resort to butt shots, don't. Now, she has been candid about her cosmetic work in the past, once revealing that she paid $800 for illegal silicone shots. She underwent the procedure in a basement in 2014, which is just super sketchy to begin with, and she never should have gotten them. Now we have Janice Dickinson. Janice Dickinson has described herself as the first supermodel, as she was one of the most successful models of the 1970s and 80s. Now she has admitted to having a breast enlargement, tummy tuck, neck and facelifts, and liposuction in the past. But in 2016, after an urgent mammogram and biopsy, her doctor broke the news that she had cancer. Janice said upon getting checked out, she was told by the mammogram technician that it's more challenging to detect abnormalities when a woman has breast implants. If I had to play my life over again, I would have never gotten breast implants in the first place, she admitted. I didn't need to have a mastectomy, although I'm just so blessed as Janice being Janice that I said take them out, cut them out, just take them out now. Then we have Amanda Lepore. New York socialite Amanda Lepore shocked everyone with her plastic surgeries over the past few decades. Her continuous enhancements earned her the title the most expensive body on earth. Now she may not think that she's botched, but she definitely is. Sometimes I think about doing and getting more stuff done to my body, but not really, she told the New York Post. Plastic surgery is for when you don't like things. Everything I've already gotten looks so good. Now she underwent hairline lowering and eyebrow lifting in Mexico in the year 2000, double eyelid surgery, several cheekbone augmentations, rhinoplasty, lip augmentation and reduction, breast augmentation, rib reshaping surgery, and gender reassignment surgery. Now she looks nothing like her old self, but I guess for her, that was the point. Next up, we have Katie Price. Katie Price underwent extreme plastic surgeries, which started with a chest enhancement when she was just 18 years old. She's also had rhinoplasty, fillers, a facelift, fat injections, and liposuction. It's like a car, you have an MOT. If you get a scratch or dent, you fix it. And that's how I feel with my body, Price said of her surgeries. I'm not trying to look younger, I definitely don't want to look alien when people go over the top and look like freaks, but it appears that she might have already gone that way because she just does not look normal at all. And finally we have Heidi Montag. Heidi Montag underwent 10 cosmetic surgeries in one day in 2010. She had a chin reduction, rhinoplasty, liposuction, brow lift, facial fat injections, and breast augmentation, just to name a few. Now she also had her ears pinned back. She later appeared on Page 6's virtual reality podcast and recalled the time she had her chin sawed off. At the time, my surgeon was like, oh, it will be a quick recovery, a few months, and it took me over a year to heal, so I could barely talk with my jaw, she said. Now, if you think that 10 surgeries in one day are dangerous, they are. Heidi admitted that her heart stopped beating for a couple of minutes and they thought she was going to pass away. Now all of this over some plastic surgery is just crazy.
Kenny Rogers doesn't think his is, to quote the country crooner himself, "I'm not happy about it," is how he describes his botched eyelid job he received. In the same interview with People magazine in 2006, the singer stated that the botched job drives me crazy. If you look at pictures of younger Kenny Rogers, you can see the difference. And since 2006, Rogers went on to have an upper facelift as well, which when paired with a botched eyelid job had an unfortunate effect, which is high eyebrows, excessive space between the upper eyelids and eyebrows, and then a hollow space above his eyes. The result's an alien-like Kenny Rogers that looks stretched out and surprised. But that's still better than watching Erin Moriarty's devastating changeover. Plastic surgery is particularly interesting in the case of this Boys star. After all, her character in the show, Starlight, struggled with media attention on her body and pressure to look a certain way. Now, fans have pointed out, Erin underwent surgery for the exact thing Starlight was trying to run away from. Fans were crushed blushed when the beautiful Erin debuted her new face. She's gone buccal fat free, had a chin and jaw shave surgery, her lips injected, Botox, a boob job, and a nose job. The girl looks like a completely different version of herself, paired with new lash extensions and microbladed eyebrows. To quote one Twitter user, downgrade simply historic. Stop operating on things and get mental help. Moriarty, similar to many stars before her, responded harshly to comments like that and those pointing out the plastic surgery she had done. And she even launched into an angry tirade against host Megyn Kelly, who recently did a news story with Daily Wire's Michael Knowles, calling plastic surgery a social illness. Kelly had used Moriarty as an example, saying more and more young women are doing this, referring to the unnecessary plastic surgery she received. Kelly also said it's not about an objection to plastic surgery, it's about an obsession with turning yourself into this fake version of yourself. I find it like a sign of mental illness. I really want to get into the heads of these young girls and say, please don't do this. Moriarty didn't appreciate being publicly used as an example of plastic surgery, and neither does socialite Chrissy Teigen, who is quoted by Allure in 2017 saying that everything on my face is fake but my cheeks are real, but that didn't stay that way for long. Chrissy later revealed in September of 2021 that even now she underwent buccal fat removal from her cheeks in an Instagram story she wrote. She also revealed to a room of beauty editors 2 years ago that she had, and I quote, an armpit sucked out, which is one of the best things she'd ever done for herself, she said, according to Refinery29. To quote her, it's a big secret, but I don't care. It was 9 years ago or so, and I had 2 inches to my armpit. While she said it was the dumbest, stupidest thing I've ever done, she also said she had no regrets about it. It was so easy, she said. It made me feel better in dresses, I felt more confident, and she's open about plans to do it again. To quote her, now it's back though, so I've got to pay for liposuction again. She also revealed just this past January that she has had 4 breast jobs in her life, 2 to put them in and 2 to take them out. Chrissy, as open as she is, has regretted revealing what she has about plastic surgery. However, as many fans point out to other procedures she has had done but won't admit to yet, or simply make fun of what work she's had done over the years and what they feel is overly prominent, causing mass blowouts over social media between the model and her fans, who ruthlessly commentate on her ever-changing face. Speaking of an ever-changing face, Megan Fox must have gone to the Kardashians, Madison Beers, Lady Gaga, the Hadids, well, everybody's plastic surgeon. Megan doesn't look worse post-plastic surgery, but she looks common for a celebrity. Because if you haven't noticed, all the celebrity women are kind of starting to morph into like one person futuristically, especially those who get work done, which goes to show when a surgeon's good at their job, everyone will recommend them to their friends. Megan Fox recently revealed the extent of her $60K's worth of plastic surgery on the Call Her Daddy podcast. She's had multiple breast jobs, a nose job, some Botox, nothing too crazy, but as she ages, the star has expressed interest in maintaining as youthful an appearance as possible and by any means. She's gonna pull a Madonna, essentially, so facelifts, Botox, fillers, and more. However, many of her fans aren't loving this new look. As you may recall, a photo of the star went viral from the recent Super Bowl party where she was noticeably different looking. As previously mentioned, it's not bad, but she just looks like a Kardashian. She looks like Madison Beer, etc., which resulted in a surge of commentary. Megan's response to the commentary, she attributed her vastly different face to a shadowy photo, saying, "Oh my god, guys, look how different I ... don't look at all," Megan insisted in her bizarre post. Turns out it was just a shadowy cell phone pic of me looking like a Ukrainian blow-up doll, when in reality I look like one of those super expensive silicone real dolls you can only get in Japan. Yeah, obviously this is not the most tasteful response, and it earned the celebrity even more backlash. It takes a while for people to get used to a celebrity's changing face, especially so often, but Simon Cowell's viewers have been long since used to it. The man loves a good facelift. Cowell's one of the most prominent celebs when it comes to TV entertainment, being an absolute jackass to people for the delightment of others. But the fact that the man looks like a new person every other season of the shows nowadays is concerning his ever-adoring watchers. Simon, hearing their concerns, has expressed disinterest in stopping. He's never shied away from talking about loving facelifts. Hell, he's even admitted to other things like fillers, Botox, and actual cosmetic surgery. Even telling The Sun back in 2018 he got a 2,000 $30,000 facelift from the Picasso of dermatology. Yeah, Simon Cowell's fame and TV genre come from in a very specific era of viewership and content consumption, one that overlapped with Carrot Top. He wouldn't have gotten famous for his gags and prop comedy if he was to be born again and tried again today, but Carrot Top existed in the perfect era for the slapstick shtick to make it into the mainstream and actually gain some real popularity. In 2011, Dr. Anthony Yoon spoke to CBS News about stars who seem to have gotten plastic surgery, and Yoon said in his opinion, Carrot Top got chemical peels or a laser treatment of some kind, which resulted in his overly smooth and waxy appearance. He also mentioned an upper facelift was possible, being an explanation for the forehead tightness and, well, Carrot Top's super raised eyebrow look. These days, to quote, Carrot Top is looking more and more like a muscle-bound cartoon character, joked Dr. Yoon. Speaking of waxy, however, let's throw it back in time real quick to Wayne Newton, who became an uncanny valley version of himself. Fans noticed it for the first time in 2018 when he appeared on The Bachelorette to give romance advice to the suitors. Quote, Wayne Newton has had so much plastic surgery that his face can't move, but you can still see the disappointment on what's left of it. Hashtag The Bachelorette, one viewer tweeted. And another wrote, Wayne Newton's face looks like when bank robbers put on a latex mask to conceal their identity. Others compared the singer's face to that of his wax figure counterpart found in Las Vegas museums. This quote, Wayne Newton is at a point where you really can't tell the difference between his actual self and his wax self at the Vegas Museum. And another user chimed in, the big news of this episode of hashtag The Bachelorette is that Wayne Newton climbed inside his own wax figure and walks around in it like nothing's wrong. While the singer vehemently denies any plastic surgery claims, sources have reported during some of his most famous accrued debt periods, he owed several hundred thousands of dollars to plastic surgeons. Liam Payne has a starkly slimmed down face on the red carpet in 2023, which didn't go unnoticed by fans or cosmetic surgery experts. To quote, he didn't look bad before, but his face, instead of looking soft and a little bit chubby, it looks more modelish and rugged. Plastic surgeon Dr. Ramtin Kassir said, obviously finding some nicer words for it than gaunt and sickly. Liam clearly jumped on the celebrity buccal fat removal wave, attempting to force his boyish face into a sharp rogue, which is definitely not for him and his bone structure. And it looks like he added fillers to his jaw and chin, according to Kassir, to try and balance out the face removal, but in reality made proportions just jut out. Our next two celebs are sisters, the first being Noah Cyrus. So in January 2023, Noah attended Paris Fashion Week, sharing a photo on Instagram. Although many fans praised the July singer's bold blue ensemble, a few others focused on her face and accused her of going under the knife again. Oh my god, she ruined her beautiful face. Why? Just why? One person commented under the post, whereas several commenters suggested, that's Botox. Noah Cyrus first went through shocking visual changes circa 2020. She debuted lip filler and forehead filler, and she had the what's it called? The eyebrows. Anyway, and it was a trend at the time and something she has maintained since, but in 2023, it looks like she went a step further. She got a nose job, and now in 2024, she got buccal fat removal that leaves her looking gaunt. But the changes Noah has gone through are nothing compared to her sister Miley Cyrus, whose veneers are simply too big for her mouth. I cannot stop talking about it. Seriously. That's why her mouth's always open now. She's got some seriously bad veneers. Like her or not, the teeth too big for your mouth aren't really something anyone can make work or hide, and it gives like a horse effect that pairs horribly with her recent buccal fat removal, which left the famously round and soft-faced Miley with that of a Victorian ghost. Pair the buccal fat remover and the big veneers with some lip filler, a blepharoplasty, aka eyebrow lift, and her newest diet of Ozempic, Miley looks like a permanently surprised Tim Burton character. While her newest 70s country blend aesthetic is helping carry these newly augmented features, you know, big coiffed hair distracts from yanked back eyebrows, and slinky 70s dresses hide an alarmingly thin frame. There's no denying Miley's plastic surgery changes.
Coming in at number 10, let's talk about the beloved Friends star, Courteney Cox. Being known as the beauty who played Monica, you would never expect her to give in to the pressures of Hollywood. With 60 right around the corner, she has expressed that she still feels young, saying, I feel like I am young. I have a lot of friends that are in their 30s and I don't really think about it. To me, we're the same age, until I actually study it. When asked about her upcoming 60th in a couple years, the star says, oh god, it's so hard to even hear her say, I can't believe it. There's nothing wrong with being 60, I just can't believe it. Courtney has admitted to getting fillers during her time starring in Friends, saying the reason she begun was because she just wasn't happy with her appearance. Once she started to see the public talking about her new appearance, she realized she was starting to look very unnatural and a little bit strange. After really looking at herself and how different her face had become, in maybe not the best way, the star got her fillers dissolved, and slowly we're starting to see Courtney the way we all remember her. After this whole incident, she vowed to never get fillers again, saying there is a time when you go, oh, I'm changing, I'm looking older, and I tried to chase that youthfulness for years. And I didn't realize that I'm actually starting to look really strange with injections and doing stuff to my face that I would never do now. At number 9, Nicole Kidman. Known for her many blockbuster movies, she has always been a beauty. But recently fans have come after Nicole for her extreme plastic surgery that has completely changed the star's face. One fan commented on a photo of Nicole posing next to a fan, saying, "What did you do to your face? You are starting to look like a monster. It's because you were beautiful." And others writing, "You don't look like Nicole. Something is wrong with your face." Dr. Leota took to the photo online to try to understand exactly what Nicole must have gotten done, saying, "There's little doubt that these photos make her look like she got a facelift and neck lift surgery as well." While previously denying any form of plastic surgery in the past, responding when asked if she had any fillers due to her perfect skin by saying, "To be honest, I am completely natural. I have nothing in my face or anything. I wear sunscreen and I take care of myself." Seems lately though, the star may have changed her opinion on various forms of plastic surgery, admitting later that she has in fact gotten fillers. She has told the media that she is done now though, because she absolutely did not like the results in the long run, as well as being able to move her forehead. Number 8, Khloe Kardashian. While we all know she's had a few procedures done in the past, saying during an interview on Andy Cohen a year ago, she said, "I had one nose job and everyone gets so upset, asking why I don't talk about it. It's because no one's ever asked me." Also admitting to some injections but saying never Botox. Back in 2021, Khloe appeared in an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, carrying a prescription for migraines, and was immediately bashed on Twitter with one user writing, "Does research indicate that the more plastic surgery someone has, the more likely they are to suffer from migraines? What kind of pharmaceutical company chose someone who has so much plastic surgery they look like an alien as their spokesperson?" Referring to the star's reaction to the fillers. To which Khloe wrote back calmly, "I'm sorry you feel that way. I am trying to help many out there who suffer in silence." While many fans stood by the star, others were left wondering how far she is really willing to go with plastic surgery. With a recent photo emerging of the star in Los Angeles in January, you have to admit she does look quite different. Appearing to have huge lips and sunken cheeks, the star looks completely unrecognizable. With more doctors pitching in with opinions, most agree it looks like she's gotten a rhinoplasty on top of her gradual fillers throughout the years, making her look like an entirely different person. What do you guys think of Khloe's plastic surgery throughout the years? Moving on to number 7, Tori Spelling. Best known for her role in Beverly Hills 90210, she has had her fair share of interesting plastic surgery choices throughout the years. For a long time, fans have been speculating that Tori has gotten extensive work done, but she's always denied it. Tori even goes on to say the rumors about her plastic surgeries started as early as 17. When discussing the plastic surgery rumors to the media, the star stresses she's only had 2 done in the past, without going into too much detail about either. After posting a video to her Instagram showing the before and after of her glam makeup, captioned "Champagne Kiss," many fans couldn't believe it was even Tori at all, flooding her comments with things like "What happened to your natural beauty?" and "Please stop with the fillers." Even Tori's children seemed to notice the difference, saying as a joke that when watching the reruns of the show 90210, her kids couldn't even recognize her before the fillers. Though she can't deny she hasn't had any plastic surgeries done, she refuses to claim any more than she already has. And I mean, fair enough. Coming in at number 6, the former Hills star, Heidi Montag. Heidi admits to first starting to get into the big, wide world of plastic surgery when she was offered $100,000 worth of free service. I can definitely see how that would be hard to pass up, and she seemingly felt the same and decided to go for it. She recalls the moment she decided to go for it and said, "I was like, great, $100,000 of free plastic surgery, awesome. But I should have stopped and thought about that, because when the doctor was telling me about it, it sounded very minor." Unfortunately for the star, she ended up undergoing a very invasive 16-hour multi-part surgery, totaling in 10 procedures that day. Being only 23 at the time and having a full body makeover to completely transform the celebrity, in her eyes it erased all the insecurities, but it was just too good to be true. When thinking about this decision, question over again. Heidi says, if it didn't happen, I would have never gotten anything. I wasn't looking for offers or seeking it, and I was actually pretty confident in who I was. Even though I always wanted that, or just thought about it, it was no big deal. The huge alteration for the star could result in multiple health issues, as well as back problems. The star now says she's not against people getting plastic surgery, but warns plastic surgery isn't something to be glorified. You have to take it seriously. At number 5, Farrah Abraham. Starring on the show Teen Mom, you could barely recognize her today. Having dabbled in plastic surgery, she definitely has a couple regrets, admitting in her book, Dream 20s Self-Guided Self-Help Memoir, that her 2012 chin implant left her completely freaked out, and she had to opt to get it removed just a year afterwards. What really got people wondering about her plastic surgeries was when she first appeared on Botched, a reality TV show starring doctors who are ready to remedy extreme plastic surgery fails. Appears in the show with massive lips. Some have compared her to looking even like a duck. She admits that what she had done was a new procedure where doctors place implants in the patient's lips rather than a collagen injection. This resulted in her having to be in the ER in order to fix this wild mistake. She posted photos to her social media post-op with the caption, "Don't say I didn't warn you," with a hashtag dedicated to the show itself that truly helped bring her back to normal. And I have to say, we are definitely warned. Number 4, Cardi B. The rapper and songwriter has never denied getting work done in the past, but it seems she is beyond scared straight with her most recent go at plastic surgery. Cardi shared on Instagram been experiencing extreme swelling in her feet every single time she flies, which you know has to be quite a bit. She describes that this is a direct result and complication from her liposuction that she got just after giving birth. She even shared saying, "My stomach gets even more puffy and my feet and stomach burn when I get puffed up." Not only has these complications been a struggle on their own, but she has also been made to cancel tours directly from the doctor's orders. When asked about it, she responded by saying, "I hate canceling shows because I love money. I'm a money addict and I get paid lots of money for these shows. I'm canceling millions of dollars in shows, but health is wealth, so I'll do what I have to do." Instead of going on and getting more plastic surgeries, the singer has taken on a new workout routine instead, stating that she's been working out for the past 2 weeks because she's never getting surgery again. Number 3, Priscilla Presley. Another star who's been in the spotlight for many years, famously being married to the great Elvis Presley himself. She's definitely seen better times though when it's come to plastic surgery. After reportedly falling victim to a phony cosmetic doctor back in 2003, Daniel Serrano, a doctor from Argentina who would attend lavish cocktail parties in Hollywood and operate on the elite for the price of $300 to $500. He claimed these injections were better than Botox. Priscilla unfortunately fell victim. Revealed lately and after the fact for poor Priscilla was that Serrano was only licensed as a nurse and used a type of silicone that is often used for car parts. This led to uncovering more of Serrano's misconduct and led to his imprisonment. This pushed Priscilla to have to go through yet another surgery to correct all the past mistakes back in 2008. This helped but didn't quite fix the damage done. Priscilla says that when going over the event, "To this day I have bags under my eyes and I'm still getting treated for it. It's a constant battle and I feel like I have sand in my eyes." Number 2, Tara Reid. Tara Reid is an American actress best known for her role in American Pie. Always known as a beauty in Hollywood, who's to blame for her getting involved in the world of plastic surgery? She was considered the it girl in the late 90s and early 2000s. Who could have predicted that getting plastic surgery would have completely derailed her career? Paired with a bit of a party girl attitude, Tara considers most of her loss in job offers stems from her botched surgeries. Tara has reportedly claimed that her breast implants and liposuction surgeries left her with unignorable disfigurements, saying to Us Weekly, "My stomach became the most ripply, bulgy thing. I had a hernia, a huge bump right beside my belly. As a result, I couldn't wear a bikini," and she lost a lot of work. After being told by doctors that it will get better after 6 months, it just seemed to worsen. If you think it couldn't get any worse for Tara, think again. The star ended up having a whole wardrobe malfunction at Diddy's 35th birthday party in 2004, resulting in photos of her botched breast job going viral. She recalls saying she was completely devastated. She has been asked if she would ever try plastic surgery again in order to reverse the damage done, but she has always refused. Going on to say, "I'm scared about getting plastic surgery ever again. It's like surviving a plane crash and getting on a plane again. My scars are my battle wounds." And at number 1, we have Simon Cowell. Known for being quite tough to auditionees as a judge on both America's and Britain's Got Talent, fans haven't always been easy on him during his plastic surgery fails. Simon Cowell was was one of the first male celebrities to admit to his plastic surgery, saying, "To me, Botox is no more unusual than toothpaste. It works, you do it once a year, who cares?" But that was back in 2008. More recently, in 2019, his views seemed to evolve. While reflecting on his years getting injections and looking at old clips, he said, "I had a lot that year, not so much that year, and maybe too much that year. The old clips to us are hilarious." Even at the Nickelodeon 2022 Kids' Choice Awards, he shared his regrets, explaining that it really made him look like something out of a horror film.
Number 10. Heidi Montag. Back in 2010, the reality star traveled from California to her parents' home in Colorado in order to undergo an extensive list of cosmetic procedures. Heidi has had some really drastic surgery done, and she famously underwent 10 procedures in one day. It sounds crazy when you think about how difficult that would be to actually recover from, considering it was all done at the same time. Heidi had the massive surgery day in late 2009, which included breast implants, making her an F-cup, a brow lift, a nose job update, lipo on her stomach and thighs, and a butt augmentation. The drastic photos of her new appearance hit the headlines in March of 2010, and the world was more than a little shocked. But 3 years later, Heidi admitted to Us magazine that she actually had big regrets and health problems as a result of this. Quote, "I just didn't realize what I was really signing up for. It just sounds so minor when you have a surgeon describing so much of it to you." She also said that at the time she wasn't fully aware of the recovery time and the mental strain that it would put on her, and she claims her surgeon left this out on purpose. She went on to have some of this work reversed eventually, but she mostly maintains her current look. If you're loving this video so far, please be sure to like and subscribe if you want to watch more like it. Number 9. Chrissy Teigen. In May of 2020, the model revealed on Instagram that she was undergoing surgery to have her breast implants removed. This is because she said she did not feel comfortable in her own skin. Chrissy opened up to Glamour UK about the breast augmentation she had when she was around 20. She said, "If you can't set these expectations for people that everything is perfect, everyone filters their photos, edits or face tunes, so you forget what normal faces or bodies look like. It's not fair and it makes you jealous of other people's bodies. It's lying to people by omission." Chrissy is one of the most outspoken celebrities when it comes to talking about plastic surgery and all the work that she's had done in the past. In 2017, she once pointed to her forehead, her nose and her lips and said, "Fake, fake, fake. Everything about me is fake except for my cheeks." In 2021, she also admitted to undergoing a controversial new surgery called buccal fat removal. She spoke out about it in a video on her Instagram story where she pointed out her sculpted cheek and said, "I did that Dr. Diamond buccal fat removal thing here, and since I quit drinking, I'm really seeing the results, and I like it." The video spread quickly through social media, and everyone had an opinion about whether or not they would get the surgery. Number 8. Gisele Bündchen. Having a baby changes everything about you and your body, and it turns out even supermodels have insecurities about their bodies, especially after giving birth. In her memoir called Lessons: My Path to a Meaningful Life, Gisele wrote that in 2015, after she finished breastfeeding 2 of her children, she decided to get breast implants, but she immediately regretted the decision. She told People magazine about the experience and said, "I felt very vulnerable because I can work out, I can eat healthy, but I can't change the fact that both my kids enjoyed the left boob more than the right. All I wanted was for them to be even and for people to stop commenting on it. When I woke up, I was like, what have I done? It felt like I was living in a body I didn't recognize. For the first year, I wore baggy clothes because I felt uncomfortable." The model said that she went through with the surgery because she became very self-conscious about the way she looked. Quote, "I was always praised for my body and I felt like people had expectations from me that I couldn't deliver." So clearly the pressure for her to have a perfect body was very real. Number 7. Kathy Griffin. In her memoir, the comedian opened up about a liposuction procedure that turned into a disaster. Her experience left her in the emergency room and it nearly killed her. Kathy showed some pretty gruesome photos in her book and she wrote, "I want women to know what this lipo looks like. Like, are you sure you don't want to just work out a little more?" This awful experience with liposuction led to some self-revelations, and now she often uses stories about her cosmetic procedures as inspiration for her stand-up routines. She said, "What I can't figure out is why I wasted my time worrying about my looks. I am a comedian. I'm not on the runway in Milan. Believe it or not, people don't come to see me thinking I'm going to look like Jennifer Aniston." In the past, the 62-year-old has also admitted to getting a nose job when she was 26. She said, "I was told repeatedly, you would look pretty if it weren't for that nose. You'd work more if it weren't for that nose. I was young and impressionable, and I was told that enough that I started to believe it, so I got a nose job. And in the end, it was a decision that she greatly regretted." Number 6. Gwyneth Paltrow. In 2013, the actress covered the May issue of Harper's Bazaar, and in her lengthy interview, she revealed some secrets to her skincare regimen. She talked about her strong aversion to plastic surgery, and in doing doing so, she let it slip that she had tried Botox at one point and it made her look crazy. She said, "I would be scared to go under the knife, but you know, talk to me when I'm 50 and I'll try anything. Except I won't do Botox again because I looked crazy. I looked like Joan Rivers." So basically she had to insult someone else to make a point that she did not like Botox. But fast forward to March of 2021 and she completely changed her mind. She explained her decision to get injectables and said, "I had a midlife crisis when I turned 40 and I went to go see this doctor. It was a disaster. I didn't do anything else for a long time. I was bruised, my forehead was completely frozen, and I didn't like to look at myself at all." Gwyneth said that there is a lot of shame around surgery or injectables, and it would be nice if people felt confident about the choices they were making. Number 5. Janice Dickinson. Known as the world's first supermodel, Janice was hugely successful during the 1970s and 80s. Recently, she's appeared as a judge on America's Next Top Model, Celebrity Big Brother in 2015, and I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. The 67-year-old has never been shy about admitting that she's had plastic surgery, and she also admitted to having breast enlargement, a tummy tuck, neck and facelifts, liposuction, and Botox in the past. Although the various surgeries had really gotten out of hand over the years, and in 2013 she declared herself bankrupt after $1 million in taxes and unpaid cosmetic bills. 2 years later she appeared on Botched to fix her boob job that was done 30 years before. She said at the time that she was no stranger to plastic surgery, but her perspective really changed in 2013 when she was diagnosed with breast cancer. In fact, she initially thought that the lump in her breast meant that something was botched, so after she was diagnosed, Janice said that she wished she had never gotten breast implants. She told Entertainment Tonight, "If I had to play my life over again, I would never have gotten breast implants in the first place. I didn't need to have a mastectomy. I just said take them out right now." Luckily, the following year she was declared cancer-free after 6 weeks of radiation therapy. Number 4. Yolanda Hadid. In 2019, the former model and reality TV star announced that she had undone all of her plastic surgery, her fillers, and her hair extensions after years of having work done to herself. She posted a mirror selfie on Instagram with the caption, "55 and smiling from the inside out. Finally back to the original 1964, living in a body free of breast implants, fillers, Botox, extensions, and all the BS I thought I needed in order to keep up with what society conditioned me to believe was a sexy woman, until the toxicity of it all almost killed me." So what was the reason that she had all of her procedures reversed? Well, Yolanda realized that the adjustments that she made to her body were potentially harmful. She explained that it took her many years of undoing the bad choices that she made for herself before she finally found the freedom of internal beauty. She said, "Your health is your wealth, so please make educated decisions. Research the partial information you are given by our broken system before putting anything foreign in your body." The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills even captured the moment that Yolanda had her breast implants removed. Number 3. Mickey Rourke. The actor was once one of the most recognizable faces in Hollywood. He made his feature film debut with a minor role in Steven Spielberg's 1941, and he garnered significant attention with 1981's Body Heat. However, in the early 90s, the actor decided to take up professional boxing, and while that did bring him success, it also came with a string of severe facial injuries. Rourke was reportedly faced with a broken nose. He also suffered toe and rib injuries, a split tongue, a compressed cheekbone, and even short-term memory loss for some time. As a result, he had to undergo several reconstructive surgeries to fix himself up, but most of them did not achieve the desired result, so he had to undergo even more surgery to correct those mistakes. Eventually, his facial features were nearly unrecognizable compared to his initial appearance. In 2009, he finally opened up to the Daily Mail about it and said, "Most of it was to mend the mess of my face because of the boxing, but I went to the wrong guy to put my face back together," which is very sad because it was probably just down to having a really sketchy plastic surgeon. Number 2. Donatella Versace. The fashion designer is the vice president of one of the best-known Italian fashion houses, and of course she's massively successful, but she's also known for something else outside of the world of fashion. Donatella is a huge fan of plastic surgery and is notorious for how much work that she's had done. It's possible that the 67-year-old first underwent the knife just to enhance what nature gave her. If you look at her old photos, it is pretty obvious that her face has undergone a lot of changes. Many people believe that she underwent too many of those plastic surgery procedures, possibly to correct the mistakes in each of those previous surgeries. There's been speculation that her facelift has been done to an extreme, pointing out that she does seem to have a frozen look and is unable to make different facial expressions. She allegedly had lip augmentation, cheek implants, liposuction, and various other procedures. Conclusively, many have referred to Donatella as an extreme example of plastic surgery because there's nothing subtle about the work that she's had done. But the truth is, it probably had a lot to do with societal expectations and the pressure to maintain the image of her brand Versace. And coming in at number 1, Tara Reid. The American Pie star was one of Hollywood's it girls in the late 90s and the early 2000s. But while she was at the pinnacle of success in her career, she was also going through various issues stemming from botched plastic surgery, and she ended up missing out on a whole bunch of roles just because of it. Tara claimed that in 2004, breast implants and liposuction surgeries left her with disfigurements that damaged her career. She told Us Weekly, quote, "My stomach became the most ripply, bulgy thing. I had a hernia, this huge bump next to my belly button. As a result, I couldn't wear a bikini. I lost a lot of work." Tara said that after the procedures, she knew something was wrong when it came to her breast implants, but she was 6 months post-op when she realized that it had been terribly botched. Quote, "The actual center part where the areola is, instead of being a circle, it turned out to be a large square. It was horrifying." She also went through an infamous wardrobe malfunction on the red carpet at Diddy's 35th birthday party back in 2004, which resulted in her body going viral, which left her devastated. Tara said she cried and begged photographers not to release the photos because the last thing she wanted was to have the whole world see it. But unfortunately, of course they did.
Number 10. Blac Chyna. Blac Chyna has always been open about her various cosmetic procedures. But back in 2019, Chyna revealed on the Wendy Williams show about her surgery to enlarge her breasts. She shared, "I've had lipo before, and I've had my breasts done 4 times." She went on to explain that she even went too far and had to go back and make them smaller, saying that it was just too much. Now Blac Chyna is on an extreme journey to remove the majority of her plastic surgery fails. In this effort to transform her life, she is returning back to her natural body by removing her facial fillers as well as getting her butt and breast reduction. Earlier this month, after getting her face fillers dissolved, she shared a video on Instagram documenting the process. She said, "I'm getting these fillers dissolved from my cheeks, from my jawline, because enough is enough, and it all has to come out. It's just as simple as that." Along with both of her cheeks and jawline, she has also opted to get her lips dissolved, sharing that she is tired of the look and just wants to look like herself again. She shared saying, "I'm ready to get back to Angela. Blac Chyna is Blac Chyna, and I feel I've outgrown that, and it's time for a change." She explained to fans that she is changing her life, not only with her physical appearance, but by also deactivating her OnlyFans account, which reportedly made her $240 million in 2021. Fans quickly began commenting on her video post documenting her journey. One user commented, "I like that you are opening up about this. It's definitely going to help educate other young women who are influenced by celebrities doing these procedures." Another added, "I think this is so good for her. This trend with silicone is over. With her make under completely underway, it's definitely looking like by the end of the year we're going to have a fully transformed Blac Chyna." Number 9. Jessica Simpson. Have you seen Jessica Simpson on Instagram lately? And do you recognize her? After posting a few family photos to her social media, she began receiving mostly critical comments, with many fans claiming she looks scary. One user commented, "Botched much? Girl, you look way too plastic. I'm so sad that your daughters have to look up to this. You're supposed to be a role model. Practice self-love." Another added, "She was naturally beautiful and she's totally messed up her face. Way too overdone. I'm sorry, but she doesn't even look the same." This isn't the first time the singer has gotten dissed online about her lips, and has previously admitted to not even liking the fillers herself. Back in 2006, she told Glamour that she had a non-permanent filler because she likes a more natural look. She shared at the time, "It fades. It went away in like 4 months and it looked fake on me. I didn't like that." In the past, Jessica has shared openly that she hasn't always been the most confident in her appearance, and underwent plastic surgery to gain her confidence back. In her memoir, Open Book, she explained that she had 2 tummy tucks back in 2015. She said, "I wanted to get rid of the stretch marks and lose skin left from my back-to-back pregnancies." She went on to say, "I was so ashamed of my body at this point, and I wouldn't let my husband see me without a t-shirt on." Unfortunately, the surgery didn't go as planned, and the star ended up getting extremely sick. She recalled the event by saying, "I got an infection. I was vomiting so much I thought I was going to burst my sutures. Doctors talked seriously about me needing a blood transfusion." Even with her traumatic experience going under the knife, you would think it would scare her off a bit. But considering her drastic appearance change, it seems like she's still opting for the full new look, and her fans are less than impressed. Number 8. Cardi B. Cardi B is one celebrity who has never denied plastic surgery, even openly talking about it in her songs and in her interviews. She explained that she has spent a lot of money to look the way she does. She has said in the past that the reason she has undergone these procedures is to feel more confident in her own body. Back in 2018, Cardi shared to GQ magazine that at the age of 21, she decided to get butt injections, which weren't exactly the safest. She explained that the reason for wanting a bigger butt at the time was because her boyfriend at the time had cheated on her with a woman who had a bigger butt. Cardi reportedly went to see a woman in Queens who charged her just $800 for illegal butt injections, done in the woman's basement apartment. Cardi explained saying, "They don't numb you or anything. It was the craziest pain ever and I felt like I was going to pass out. I felt dizzy at the time. Cardi loved her results and even planned on getting a touch-up, but it proved impossible. She told GQ, "By the time I was going to go get it, the lady was locked up. Somebody passed away on her table." More recently though, it looks like Cardi has completely changed her mind about getting injections and has since warned her fans about getting them. She said in an Instagram live, "I did surgery and removed 95% of my injections. It was a really crazy process." She also added, "All I'm gonna say is if you're young and sometimes you're too skinny and think, oh my god, I don't have enough fat to put in my butt and it results in shots, don't." I mean, personally, I have to say the whole woman passing away on the table story has scared me off enough. Number 7, Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester Stallone has shared that he has gotten a couple procedures done in the past, explaining that he had these done due to his nerve damage as a result of surgery he had as a baby. He has shared that the damage made it appear that he had a collapsed look on his left side, so he chose to go under the knife to repair this look. A notable change is easily in his forehead. It appears Sylvester underwent a forehead lift and raised his eyebrows, but many believe he went too far with this one, giving the star a bit too much of a surprised look. Though many fans seem to think the actor looks great for his age, others worry he could be headed down a bad path. One user commented saying, "His face appears to be swollen and puffy, and his once clear features are now barely recognizable. He underwent way too much surgery too soon and his face simply can't recover." They also added, "If he continues down this path, he could end up like some other Hollywood addicts, with a face that looks unnatural and distorted." What do you think about these procedures? And has he gone too far? Number 6, Kris Jenner. After a fan shared images of Kris back in the day, people couldn't believe the difference, blaming it on having gone way too far with plastic surgery. One photo showed Kris in a pink dress, while the other showed her smiling beside a very young Kim Kardashian. Fans quickly flew to the comments to express their opinions. One user wrote, "She was so good looking before messing up her nose." And another added, "The before photo is Khloe's exact original nose. She has shared some of the procedures she has undergone in the past, but has never admitted to the nose job," which many fans have been constantly accusing her of. When explaining her plastic surgery, she shared, "I've had Botox, fillers, laser treatments, and things like that. I had a boob job in the 80s after 4 kids because gravity took over." But when asked about her nose, she said, "I get a lot of people saying I got my nose done, but I've never had my nose done. I have the same nose I was born with." A plastic surgeon seems to disagree though, explaining to the press, "The bridge of her nose seems thinner, and the tip nostril appears to be smaller and slightly lifted to previous images." Though she has explained how much she does love certain procedures, she has given warning out to those who are thinking about it. She said in an interview, "You have to do what makes you feel good. First of all, you can't do something because somebody else wants you to. You have to do great research on the doctor that you choose." Number 5, Heidi Montag. Best known for her role in The Hills, Heidi Montag was definitely one of the up-and-coming stars at the time. But after undergoing an extreme full-body plastic surgery operation, her career took a bit of a turn. After her operation in 2010, she shared to the media how she felt before, saying, "When I watched myself on The Hills, my ears would be sticking out like Dumbo. I just wanted to feel more confident and look in the mirror and be like, whoa, look at me. I was an ugly duckling before." Heidi ended up undergoing 10 procedures in just one day, which included Botox, a breast augmentation, liposuction, chin reduction, and more. She revealed that all these surgeries resulted in the star passing away for a minute, even prompting security guards to call her husband, saying she's not gonna make it. After this life-altering change she went through in just 24 hours, not only her looks changed but her career. Reportedly, the star went broke not long after the intense procedure. She told the press in 2018, "The money was coming in so fast, so it led me to believe that this is my life forever." She added, "It just kinda caught up with us. It was a lot and it was really overwhelming. I think we just needed to reevaluate and reground ourselves and our values." Because of getting these surgeries done at such a young age and all at once, Heidi also has to live with long-term health complications. More recently, Heidi told Cosmopolitan that she wishes she waited, saying, "I was really self-involved at the time, like so many young people, and I think I looked in the mirror a little too much." Number 4, Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim, known for being the legendary rap legend in the late 90s and early 2000s, taking over a primarily male-dominated scene, has also been another star to fall victim to some plastic surgery mishaps. A plastic surgery expert explained what he thinks the star may have gotten, saying, "It's clear that there has been some skin bleaching. She's probably used chemicals to lighten her skin." The main reason Kim may have gotten so many procedures done in the past could be due to the impossible beauty standard in Hollywood, along with some of the men in her life. During an interview in 2000, she shared, "Men have always told me I'm not pretty enough, even the men I was dating. And I'd be like, why are you with me then?" But with her face looking nearly unrecognizable now, many fans have taken to social media to comment their thoughts on Kim's look. One user wrote, So where is little Kim? Because this is ridiculous. Another wrote, do you know how scary you look? What do you guys think about Kim's drastic new look? And at number 3, we have Sharon Osbourne. Sharon Osbourne has been open about her plastic surgery disasters, even explaining how her previous face look made her look like a cyclops. The star went under the knife for a 5.5-hour procedure, but ended up being horrified by the results. She told Britain's Sunday Time, I looked like one of those mummies that they wrap with bandages. She went on to say, I'm telling you, it was horrendous. I told the surgeon, you have got to be kidding. After getting over the initial shock, she showed her husband Ozzy Osbourne, who responded by saying, I don't care how much it costs, we're gonna get it redone. With a response like that, you know it must have been pretty bad. She has explained before how she has gotten multiple surgeries done in the past, saying, there's not much I haven't had tweaked, stretched, peeled, lasered, veneered, enhanced, or removed altogether. And I have to say, I love her for her honesty. Number 2, Linda of Evangelista. Linda, the former supermodel, went under the knife in the past, but has now suffered a rare side effect from the procedure, which she claimed has left her permanently disfigured. In an Instagram post from 2021, the model explained that her absence from the spotlight is due to her botched surgery. She shared in the post, I was brutally disfigured by the cool sculpting procedures, which did the opposite effect on what it promised. It increased, not decreased my fat cells and has left me permanently deformed. She added, even after undergoing 2 painful, unsuccessful corrective surgeries, I have been left, as the media has described, unrecognizable. With her drastic change in her appearance, she shares how she is tired of living the way she has and wants to walk out the door feeling confident, even though she doesn't look like how she did when she was younger. Many fans loved and supported her on social media, with one commenting, you're a true icon and always will be. But others weren't so sure and not totally loving her comment about looking horribly disfigured. One Instagram user wrote, horribly disfigured? Come on, it's called aging. And at number 1, we have Donatella Versace. Donatella has said in the past how she's a firm believer that women do not have to be natural, and it really seems that she's living by that phrase. Being a huge fashion icon that she has also been gaining a lot of attention over her appearance rather than her brands. As many photos have emerged of the icon's new look, many plastic surgeons have come forward to explain what they think she has gotten done. When told the press, the line between her mouth and her nose are very prominent, showing she has way too much filler in her cheeks. Donatella's lips have also been overdone, so much that they're no longer in sync with the rest of her facial features, and are the first things you look at. Though many fans believe she has taken her procedures way too far, Donatella seems to love her unnatural look. She told Love magazine back in 2010, I'm not a believer in the natural look. I don't even know what my natural color is. What is natural? I do not believe it is totally natural for women, and for me, natural has something to do with vegetables. Number 10, Liam Payne. After debuting his new look, fans were quick to jump to Twitter, with fans joking that he and his ex Cheryl had couple surgeries. Rumors started circulating about what he could have possibly gotten done. Fans were wondering if it could be Botox, the result of ozemic, jaw surgery, or just a bad edit. When pictures emerged showing his slimmer face and pretty chiseled jaw, it became speculated that he underwent a buccal fat removal. Back in 2021, Liam had complained about his looks in an interview, saying he felt very bloated. He said at the time, I have put a lot of weight on. What got me, I did a performance on TV and I was disappointed with myself. I didn't look like how I wanted to look. A cosmetic surgeon has weighed in and spoken to Page 6. One surgeon commented on Liam's face was less chubby, making him look more like a model and rugged. Another surgeon warned about buccal fat removal, which is the most likely speculated surgery the singer has gotten done, explaining, it is only suitable for those who are generally fit, have a good diet, exercise plan, and weight control, but their face is just round. Though he has yet to admit any of these changes, it seems like fans are torn about how they feel about the singer's new face. Number 9, Zac Efron. This is one surgery that was a necessity rather than a want, but it still broke the internet nonetheless. Zac Efron's plastic surgery speculations began back in 2021 when fans began noticing how different he was looking, with a much more pronounced jaw. Fans began believing that he went under the knife to achieve this look, which resulted in some being very upset at Zac for changing his face so drastically. But of course that was not the case, and his face transformation came from a more traumatic event. The actor told Men's Health in 2022 that he actually shattered his jaw while running through his house in socks. He then slipped and smacked his chin against the granite corner of a fountain. As a result of this, he lost consciousness, and when he woke up, he claimed his chin bone was hanging off of his face. Zac claimed why his jaw grew larger in the interview, sharing that because the muscles used for chewing were working with the other muscles of his face face, and the muscles on the inside of his jaw had to compensate. He said the muscles just grew, they just got really, really big. Zack admitted to not even knowing about the plastic surgery rumors until his mother called him to ask him if these were true. Going on to say, if I valued what other people thought of me to the extent they may think I do, I definitely wouldn't be able to do this job. Number 8, Chloe Cherry. The Euphoria actress Chloe Cherry has always admitted to getting some work done, but it seems she doesn't care too much about fan opinions on her lips. The star told Variety, "It's crazy how many people talk about my lips being so big. The amount of headlines that I have seen and the amount of people posting and commenting about my lips has been surreal." She explained how these unwanted critics are ones that she's never had to face in her life before, saying, "It's nuts because you have to realize that I got these lips at some point in my life and no one reacted that way, at least not to my face." Going on to say, "So it's weird to see memes and stuff about it because these topics of conversation are on my body and I totally didn't comprehend what the big deal was." She has said though that people do need to realize that the memes can hurt. She told Paper, "It hurt a lot because I had no idea. People think it's okay to say that about someone's looks." Number 7, we have Melanie Griffith. Known for her role in Working Girl as well as many other classics from the 70s to 90s, she's been known to have an iconic look that many can recognize. But over the past few years, she has been receiving backlash for not keeping her natural facial features. Though she has previously denied getting any work done, she decided to come clean in 2018. When discussing her appearance, she claimed that she didn't realize how drastic these procedures had changed her. She goes on to say, "I didn't realize until people started saying, 'What has she done?' I was so hurt, so I started dissolving everything, so hopefully I can look more normal now." These days, it seems Melanie is more interested in focusing on her health and fitness rather than getting more procedures done. But what do you guys think of Melanie's changing appearance? Number 6, Amanda Lepore. The model and singer Amanda Lepore is said to have one of the most expensive bodies in the world. Her love of Marilyn Monroe from such a young age seemed to be a big player in her appearance from then on. Of course, she has always been very open about what she's had done, even coming out with a book called Doll Parts. She told the Post in the past, "I sometimes think about getting more stuff done to my body, but not really. Plastic surgery is for when you don't like things. Everything I've already got looks so good." Her plastic surgery consists of enlarging her breasts, implanting silicone into her butt, and even reportedly moving 3 ribs in order to have a thinner waist, among other things. She did admit that at the time it was an unusual choice, but she thought that Sharon Raquel Welch did the same. With all these surgeries, you can assume she doesn't love them all, but that is true in her case. Amanda has admitted that she's not so pleased with the complete outcome of her plastic surgeries more recently. She revealed that she has hoped her surgeries would transform her into either Marilyn Monroe or Jessica Rabbit. Even so, she still seems to be relatively happy with her decision to undergo these intense procedures, and said in an interview, "The main thing is to love yourself and not pay attention to others." Number 5, Priscilla Presley. Priscilla Presley, another star who has been in the spotlight for many years, famously being married to the great Elvis Presley. She's definitely seen some better times when coming to plastic surgeries though. After reportedly falling victim to a phony cosmetic doctor back in 2003, Daniel Serrano, a doctor from Argentina, would attend these lavish cocktail parties in Hollywood, and he would operate in the elite for the price of $300 to $500. Claiming these injections were way better than Botox, Priscilla unfortunately fell victim. Revealed later and after the fact for poor Priscilla was that Serrano was only licensed as a nurse and used a type of silicone that is often used for car parts. This led to uncovering more of Serrano's misconduct and led to his imprisonment. This pushed Priscilla to have to go through yet another surgery to correct all the past mistakes back in 2008. This helped but didn't quite fix the damage done. Priscilla says when going over the event, "To this day, I have big bags under my eyes and I'm still trying to get treated for it. It's a constant battle and I feel like I have sand in my eyes." Number 4, Linda Evangelista. Linda, the former supermodel, went under the knife in the past but has now suffered a rare side effects from the procedure. What she has claimed has left her permanently disfigured. In an Instagram post back from 2021, the model explains that her absence from the spotlight is due to her botched surgery. She shared in the post, "I was brutally disfigured by the cool-sculpting procedures which did the opposite of what it promised. It increased, not decreased my fat cells and has left me permanently deformed." She added, "Even after undergoing 2 painful, unsuccessful corrective surgeries, I have been left, as the media has described, unrecognizable." With her drastic change in her appearance, she shares how she is tired of living the way she has been and wants to walk out the door feeling confident even though she doesn't look like what she did when she was younger. Many fans loved and supported her on social media, with one commenting, "You're a true icon and always will be." But others weren't so sure, not totally loving her comment about looking horribly disfigured. One Instagram user wrote, "Horribly disfigured? Come on, it's called aging." Number 3, we have Heidi Montag. Best known for her role in The Hills, Heidi Montag was definitely one of the up-and-coming stars from the early 2000s. But after undergoing an extreme full-body plastic surgery operation, her career took a bit of a turn. After her operation in 2010, she shared to the media how she felt before, saying, "When I watched myself on The Hills, my ears would be sticking out like Dumbo. I just want to feel more confident and look in the mirror and be like, whoa, look at me. I was an ugly duckling before." Heidi ended up undergoing 10 procedures in one day, which included Botox, breast augmentation, liposuction, chin reduction, and more. She revealed that all these surgeries resulted in the star passing away for a minute, even prompting her security guards to call her husband saying she wasn't going to make it. After this life-altering change she went through in just 24 hours, not only her looks changed but her career. Reportedly, the star went broke not long after the intense procedure. She told the press in 2018, "The money was coming in so fast and it led me to believe that this was my life forever." She added, "It just kinda caught up with us. It was a lot and it was really overwhelming. I just think we need to reevaluate and reground our lives and our values." Because of getting these surgeries done at such a young age and all at once, Heidi has to live with long-term health complications. More recently, Heidi told Cosmopolitan that she wishes she waited, saying, "I was really self-involved at the time, like so many young people. I think I looked in the mirror a little too much." Number 2, we have Dolly Parton. This incredible singer, Dolly Parton, has been open in the past about explaining and talking about her plastic surgery that she has gotten done. She's even admitted that with all the time and money she spent on achieving her look, she wants people to notice, especially when it comes to her breasts. In an interview she said, "I've slapped a few people who didn't stare at them. This kind of money, they better be looking at them." Aside from her breasts, she has also undergone work on her lips and eyes in the past and said that her surgeon does all of her fender work. Never appearing to regret most of her procedures, she has explained, "It costs a lot of money to look this cheap. If I see something sagging, bagging, or dragging, I'm going to have it nipped, tucked, or sucked." When asked in 2018 about her decision to go through these very physically altering operations, she said, "I've created my own look to build my confidence because there are very few people are born beautiful, with natural beauty, and I certainly am not one." These procedures did come with quite a price tag though, with all the operations totaling to a reported $1 million. And at number 1, we have Kenny Rogers. Kenny was one of the best country singers from the 70s to 90s, best known for his songs The Gambler and Lady and She Believes in Me. Back in the late 90s, when fans seemed to wonder what happened to the legend after he underwent a few procedures that nearly made him unrecognizable to fans. Some say that these extreme invasive operations would later turn out to be the star's biggest controversies throughout his life. Before Kenny passed away, he admitted how he felt he needed to reinvent himself in order to compete with the new up-and-comings in the music world. In his memoir, Kenny shared that he really began considering surgery in fear that his time was coming to an end if he didn't make a drastic change. He revealed that he had various procedures on his face, including an eye lift. He later shared that he wasn't too impressed with the results of the eye surgery and said in 2006, "The surgeon is gonna go in and fix that for me. They're too tight around the eyelids for me, it drives me crazy. If we can fix that, then I'll be glad I did. And if we can't fix it, I'll regret it or get used to it." In 2012, during an interview with CBS, he explained further what fueled his desire for the dramatic changes to his face. He said, "I had the money to do it and I had the time off. I regret that, but the truth is, I don't know what I would look like if I hadn't done it."
In at number 10, Chrissy Teigen. Chrissy Teigen decided to remove the breast implants that she had for decades because she wanted to be comfortable in her own skin. She said that she doesn't regret getting the implants when she was 20 years old, but felt that it was time for a change. She spoke about the decision with Glamour UK, saying that she wanted to get back to natural in this current world where everything we see is fake. Saying, quote, "Everyone filters their shit, edits or face tunes so you forget what normal faces or bodies look like. It's not fair and it makes you jealous of other people's bodies. It's lying to people by omission. But also, while you want to teach your kids to be comfortable in their own skin, you want to tell them everything you can and let them decide." In at number 9, Victoria Beckham. The former Spice Girl revealed in an open letter to British Vogue that she regrets ever getting breast implants. She also poked fun at herself for keeping the implants a secret for so long. She wrote in the letter, quote, "And I should probably say, don't mess with your boobs. All those years I denied it, it's stupid, a sign of insecurity. Just celebrate what you've got." In the letter, she spoke to her 18-year-old self, and she spoke about some of her insecurities, along with details about the early stages of meeting and dating David Beckham. And at number 8, Heidi Montag. The Hills star is famous for going overboard with plastic surgery. She infamously turned her girl next door look into that of a Barbie doll. She even underwent a whopping 10 procedures in one day in 2010, putting her health at risk. Montag revealed years later that she regretted making so many changes to her body, saying, quote, "I was definitely way in over my head. I kind of wanted a few enhancements and then it got out of hand. I wasn't really told the repercussions and what would happen, emotionally and physically, and the pain I would be in. I was kind of in shock." However, she did reveal on The Hills New Beginnings that part of the reason she decided to have so many procedures in the first place was because she got famous at the start of the negativity on the internet. And at number 7, Jennifer Grey. The legendary Dirty Dancer star was known for her unique nose that really made her stand out from the crowd. However, in 1989, after she became a huge star, she decided to get a nose job, which she later regretted. Sadly, after her nose became like everyone else's, her career took a hit. Her nose job was minor, but because her nose was so distinct before, it made her completely unrecognizable. She said about the regrettable procedure, quote, "I went into the operating room a celebrity and came out anonymous." And because nobody could recognize her anymore, she didn't have the star power the movies were looking for, and she stopped landing roles as a result. And at number 6, Tara Reid. Tara Reid underwent multiple plastic surgeries after she starred in a few hit movies, including American Pie and the Pussycat Dolls. In 2004, after many of the surgeries were botched, she was forced to undergo correction surgeries in 2007. She told Us Weekly, quote, "I had a hernia, this huge bump next to my belly button. As a result, I couldn't wear a bikini. I lost a lot of work." She told People in 2008, quote, "In my American Pie days, everyone was kissing my butt. I didn't realize how good I had it," adding that she's terrified of getting surgery ever again, and she regrets getting it at all. Halfway at number 5, Courteney Cox. The legendary Friends actor finally gave in to pressures to get filler and Botox and hated the result it had on her face. She claimed that she would get some filler here and there, but she didn't realize they were all layering on top of each other, which led to a look that she hated. When speaking about the procedures, she told New Beauty, quote, "I've had all of my fillers dissolved. I'm as natural as can be. I feel better because I look like myself. I think that I now look more like the person that I was. I hope I do." And at number 4, Yolanda Hadid. While Yolanda was battling her Lyme disease, she decided to remove everything in her body that she could to be completely natural. This all took place while she was filming The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, so it was captured on the show. First, she decided to get her breast implants removed, and then she got all of her cosmetic enhancements reversed. She shared the news with her Instagram followers, writing in the caption of the post that she was, quote, 55 and smiling from the inside out, finally back to the original 1964, living in a body free of breast implants, fillers, Botox, extensions, and all the BS I thought I needed in order to keep up with what society conditioned me to believe that a sexy woman should look like, until the toxicity of it almost killed me. And at number 3, Kathy Griffin. Kathy has made a point to joke about her cosmetic procedures in her stand-up routines because she loves to poke fun at herself and be real with her fans. However, Kathy revealed that she had liposuction years ago, and that awful experience is something that she deeply regrets. It also led her to think deeper about why she was getting any cosmetic procedures in the first place, saying, quote, "What I can't figure out is why I wasted time worrying about my looks. I'm a comedian. I'm not on the runway in Milan. Believe it or not, people don't come to see me thinking I look like Jennifer Aniston." And at number 2, Kim Kardashian West. Kim Kardashian has not revealed many of the procedures that she's had done. However, she documented getting Botox on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and she openly regretted it on the show. After she got Botox around her eyes, they became incredibly bruised, and she was horrified that something could be permanently wrong. Thankfully, the bruises went away with time. She said about the Botox, quote, "On the show you saw I had some bruising around my eyes after the procedure, which is totally natural, but because I hadn't looked into the side effects, I freaked out." Kim also added that she was too young for Botox at the time. And finally, at number 1, Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner is known for her signature pout that she achieved with the help of fillers. And with those lips, she became a billionaire selling lip kits so people could try and achieve the lips that Kylie had. But Kylie actually regretted how large she made her lips at one point. While the sisters were being interviewed by Allure, Kylie revealed, quote, "Well, I definitely made my lips a little too big at one point. I got excited and felt like I needed to do a lot. And then you guys were like, Kylie, you need to chill. And then I had to go back and have it fixed, and it was a crazy process. Thank God I didn't end up on Botched." There was actually even a point in 2018 where Kylie got all of her lip filler dissolved and looked completely different, but she went back to the filler after a short break.